and she has spoken. Welcome, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and I don't know if it's night for a few of you. Good night. Did they say that? Good night, everybody. Welcome to this call that I am very excited to be having this chat with Dr. Dila Hafiz. As most of you know her, is the founder of the Life Whispering Institute. She's created this amazing system of work with the whispering energies. Started off with the body whispering as a system of work very many years ago. I think it's been 10 plus years, and I've been fortunate to be associated with her and her system for 5+ years now. And it's been a huge contribution to it was a huge contribution and continues to be a huge contribution with literally the way I live and create my life. So to begin with, thank you so much, Dr. Dila, for everything that you have continuously been like in terms of support and everything that you kind of led Life Whispering Institute to be for what it is today. And I am super excited that we have something that was just an idea at one moment and something that was just a very slight whisper in all of our worlds, the wealth whispering as a program, like a full-fledged body of work, which is available, and it's so dynamically loud in so many people's worlds. So firstly, I have a lot of questions. I think we're going to stay here for some time, but like, thank you so much. And we are just very grateful that you're doing this. And we'd love to hear from you. Like, we'd like to get a sense of, we are aware of how this was a whisper and like what really led you to create wealth whispering as the way we know it today.
Oh,
hi everyone. Thanks for being here.
right.
Okay, we've got quite a special call today. All right, and I'm going to ask everyone if you're feeling this already and if you're feeling the energy already, especially through your heart center, if you could just take a moment to take a deep breath and also expand out. Okay, so thank you first of all so much for being here. It is such a privilege, such an honor. Oh, and it's something I never, ever, ever take for granted. And this program that Datu's just introduced, the Wealth Whispering program, the Wealth Whispering Energy, is so different to anything I've ever done myself. To answer your question, Datu, the first thing about it that makes it so different is this is the first program that I've brought to the world where I'm really just a co-creator and co-facilitator, because it was entirely channeled and downloaded. Body whispering is too, business whispering is too. They are all modalities that have been channeled and downloaded over the years. The main difference was body whispering and business whispering worked with entities that are here on planet Earth. So when I was channeling them and bringing them through, I could connect it to my body and then connect it to our participants' bodies. And it kind of made more sense to talk about what body whispering is, what business whispering is. When wealth whispering came along, it's been entirely channeled and downloaded and been aided the whole way through from Goddess Lakshmi and many other spirit guides, both for myself, but also for each of the participants. When you do this program, your guides and your ancestors and your team come to the forefront as well. And so this is a program where I have really been absolutely in awe of not only the changes, not only the results, but actually like, what the fuck is actually happening? This is not something I ever expected. So wealth whispering has actually, over the last 24 hours, I've been even more just in the energy. And something that's different about this program is you will see me struggling to talk, but you will feel the energy. You will not understand cognitively, like you might be like, why am I here today? Why am I listening to this replay or this live event? Or why did I take time out of my busy schedule to be here today? And yet you have been called here, you have been drawn here, you have been told to be here, whether you can right now cognitively put those dots together or not. There are no mistakes with wealth whispering and the people that it is calling out to, and the people that are ready to receive this wealth consciousness and embodiment and completely change not only their interactions and experiences of life, but actually be the ambassadors now for a new paradigm.
Thank you for that. I mean, one of the things that I've like over the last very many years, one of the things that you have spoken about, and also with your personal life, like you've had a complete turnaround almost with regards to your monetary reality and the way you've created wealth. And one of the things you've spoken about in your classes is how there is literally a breed of people who are heart-centric and who are therapists, healers, guides, who almost find it, I mean, money isn't something which is part of their worlds as dynamically as it should be. And you've been a propagator of how you can be heart-centric and have money. And to me, like the Wealth Whispering program is a reminder of, like, it's so much in congruence with what you've always spoken about. And I would like you to kind of address that whole energy of this struggle that people who are more heart-centric find with money, and what is this program created to get people to?
Yeah. Why do you always make me cry? He's been doing this for years. But I'll tell you why what that they've spoken about is so relevant. Because I think I was still a chiropractor doing this work on the side when he met me. And over the last 12 years, I've gone from being a practitioner in practice, right? And there's so many paradigms, there's so many beliefs, there's so many limitations placed on you when you enter a profession that is a healing profession. So you have the healer's wound, you have the helper's wound, you have then the wound of being told that actually you're very, very confined in your scope of practice, what you're allowed to do, what you're not allowed to do, what's okay, what's not okay. And if you do something wrong, there's literally a board that can take away your registration, your right to practice, your right to do the work that you've trained many, many years to do. And then I don't need to tell most of you about, our gender wounds, our familial wounds, our hereditary wounds, our generational wounds to do with money and abundance, especially when we are the people that walk through the world, as Datu said, as heart-centric people, as intuitives, as healers, as people who genuinely want to make the world a better place. So money was never the most important thing to me. It's not why I do what I do. My values have always been, and I think will always be, actually people and impact. That's the most important thing to me. My relationships and helping your life be better is very, very important to me. And also, though, it's weird because I have always had this thing with money, like I knew that I could have it all. And it's just been so loud in my universe the last couple of days because I grew up in New Zealand, and I feel like the rest of the world just doesn't actually know how small New Zealand is and how limited it is, and how I just have these vivid memories of being like 8, 9, 10, especially when I was in like intermediate, so like 12, 13, and like telling my family, like, I'm going to be so rich. Back then I used to say, I'm going to marry a millionaire, I'm going to have, a gardener, I'm going to have servants, I'm going to have maids. in New Zealand, that is unheard of. I know many of you come from the other side of the world where that's standard. That is unheard of in New Zealand. And they would literally laugh at me. And fast forward now, yes, I'm missing out steps, but you guys can, I'll fill them in for those of you that want it at another time. But fast forward now, and I have more than the things I envisioned. We are millionaires. We bought a $3.5 million home last year. We have renovated it, so it's now a $4 million home. We have multiple properties around New Zealand. We run 2 businesses, and we employ about 10 to 15 people between me and my husband. I have all those things that I talked about. I have a gardener, I have a pool guy, I have cleaners, I have all of the help that I need. And more importantly, though, I continue to fight for the belief that we can have it all. Not just for myself, but for everyone. Because for those of you that struggle with this reality, with not being able to, not having seen an example where you can be very successful and you can be very happy and you can have a great personal marriage or spousal relationship, and you can have kids, and you can have great friends, and you can have your health, and you can have freedom, and you cannot be suffering from burnout. That is what I'm having. It's not always smooth sailing. I've got some great stories for you guys, things that have been going on over the last week. Okay. And I know a lot of you have been experiencing this. I don't like to make things about planets in retrograde, but wow, it's been wild. But it's actually a very, very interesting time on planet Earth right now. And it's a very, very interesting time for personal empowerment and what we are going to choose as our realities, especially and including our financial realities. And I have a lot to say about that, but it doesn't need to be in this call. I've got multiple places where you guys can see some of the things I'm sharing, my thoughts on this on my Instagram and our Facebook group. The difference with wealth whispering, which is what we're talking about today, is that it's an energy that facilitates it all with so much ease. It happens automatically and almost instantly. We have an activation based on a particular theme, and then that thing just comes to fruition in the participants' lives. Okay, so so far we've had a couple of activations, forgiveness and release, and then people started like having all this stuff come up, and then we had a second activation, and then people were saying, everything in my life is changing, but when is the money going to start showing up? We're doing this program called Wealth Whispering. Well, Monday we did the activation called, the Wealth Generator. And what do you know? 3 days later, all the testimonials start coming in about the money coming through. And now the participants are starting to get ahead of themselves because they're starting to talk about receiving things that I haven't, or wanting to work on things that I don't know if they've looked ahead at the schedule, but that's the next activation and the upcoming activations. So this is a very, very special energy. And I think what's so special about it is literally magic, but you will only be here if you were meant to find it. So if you're on the Zoom call, if you've come across this program, if it's been whispering to you or calling to you, this is how we've done it. Because we opened this program up almost as a pocket program. I mean, Datu himself said to me, what is it? You haven't explained what it is. And that's how it is. If it's calling to you, it's for you, and there is this very special personal connection that also some of the participants can tell you about, of what it creates for them individually, it has a way of facilitating exactly what each person needs for their life, as well as everything that we are working on as a group.
Yeah, and it's like, as you said, like so much energy, and there's so much information that's already out on your other social media platforms. But I'd just like to take a moment to bring to focus the first ever wealth whispering immersive retreat we're having at the Ritz-Carlton in Dubai. So can you take a moment to kind of touch or speak to us about this whole channeling this energy, and what are we looking at creating over this 2.5 day long immersive experience in Dubai? And if you can kind of speak to people about what is it? I mean,
yeah, I know. Is it okay if I use the aid of some visuals, because I've got to share like the actual location of where we're going to be, because that is part of the facilitation, right, and the change that's going to be happening. But I will talk to it as I kind of flick through these images. So we're going to be at the Ritz-Carlton out in the desert in Ras Al Khaimah. It's an hour out from Dubai. And when we created the retreat, we were like, yeah, it's going to be immersive. And now, as I know what the retreat is, I'm like, holy shit, this is going to be insane. So the retreat is going to be in this venue, in this location. And it's at all levels of mind, body, and energy, as well as subconscious and conscious creation, where it's going to be anchoring in wealth embodiment for you. Now, this is a live and in-person retreat, but we have also just opened up the possibility for people to join us from online, because what this energy has shown us is that time and space are not real and do not exist, okay? So you have the option of joining us live and in person, and I'm going to talk about why you would want to do that. And for anyone that, I know travel is not entirely easy for a lot of countries still, you can join us online. So it's 2.5 days. We arrive on the 6th, and something, I'm going to use the word significant, guys. Ooh. Okay, so something significant happening on the 6th is something called the Lakshmi activation. So like I said earlier, this program is hugely, created in tandem with Goddess Lakshmi. And the Lakshmi activation is designed to create this introduction and immersion of you with her. And you will actually, so I was initiated into this by another healer, and you will be initiated into this by me. And when I was initiated into this, the activation included Lakshmi meeting me and taking me on a journey to show me who she is for me in my life and what she is here to facilitate, and the things that she will help me create in my life and business. So you're going to have the Lakshmi activation and initiation for yourself. She may take you to her temple. She may take you somewhere else. She may take you to this universe or beyond universes. I don't know, because it's personal to you. And that's happening on the 6th. Okay. And then we have dinner together. You're welcome dinner. And then we're going to start on the 7th. Now, the retreat includes accommodation, it includes your meals, it includes time for you to enjoy these 5-star facilities. You can see right here, every villa has a private pool. All of you get a pool villa. All of you get time to be here and to enjoy this, okay? Enjoy your little bathtub and enjoy the energy of the desert. And then the next day we start and we have an activation session in the morning. And then in the afternoon, we do something called a facilitation circle, where I know that for some of you, you still want to start to have your mind receive the information, the healing, the help, have the conversations you would like to. So we're going to do that. And then we have an outdoor session for an hour before you go off, and then you have some free time, and then we're going to again have a wonderful dinner together. And then the next day, we have another activation. And there's some really special things happening. I don't want to give it all away, okay? There's some special products, there's some special things that have been created by healers around the world to support the wealth whispering energy, to bring it into your embodiment. And this is the most important thing about the retreat, whether you're live or online. We talk about wealth embodiment or consciousness embodiment. I don't know how much you actually register what that means, because we get caught up in life again. So how present are you even of your physical body right now? Right? What wealth embodiment does, what being immersed in this energy for 2.5 days does, is it makes wealth consciousness and physical material luxury and wealth part of something that's encoded into your body. That's what's happening at this retreat. And then energetically, we're going to be journeying far beyond your physical body. I don't know that there's a lot more that I could say about the retreat. It's going to be life-changing. I know that. Okay. And it's going to be life-changing for you whether you attend in person or online. But if you can get there in person, like I have to, all the way from New Zealand, which is a 20-hour flight away, guys. So it's, you know, if I can do it, probably most of you can do it. The gifts that are offered to you is indescribable.
My body just got so excited with everything that you just, it's like multiple orgasms at once with the energy and like with everything that you showed. It's like, wow, I don't have a structure to go ahead with this basically, but I know that we are 50% plus sold like with this retreat. I know a bunch of us are going to be in Dubai, Ras Al Khaimah actually, and we were also looking at this energy that you spoke about, which I thought was so brilliant, of actually anchoring this in your physical body and as your reality, which I think this experience is a testimony of, like the retreat. And you also, so we were looking at like, what is it that we could do to kind of get, make it easier for people to be there with us. And we have these, like, is it time for us to kind of just like announce what you have in mind to make it easy for people to come there?
I adored that too, because he's always pushing me to like go places before I'm ready to, right? Isn't that his gift? So yeah, I don't, if some of you are, or I mean, a lot of you I know in some capacity or the other, your body whisperers, your life whisperers, you're in the wealth whispering. It's my birthday month, and it's been a full-on couple of years, and I have never been motivated like I have been this year to really acknowledge and celebrate every aspect of living, okay, like I have. And so one of the things we've been doing is releasing special offers, right? But I want to talk about what we're doing with this. This is not a special offer. We're calling it a flash sale, okay? But I'm going to tell you a little bit about, and this is why I've been quite emotional over the last few days, and especially over the last 24 hours. what this program is and what's required right now on Earth is so different to what has been available and also what is currently going on, that a lot of you are straddling. And I've been talking about this a little bit, but it's evident everywhere. And I want you guys to know that I don't live in a little bubble where everything's wonderful and magical, and I don't actually care about or have no awareness of what's happening out there in the real world, okay? But on the other hand, the biggest difference, and what has just been absolutely exponentialized in my life over the last 6 months or so since I've been using the wealth whispering energy, is the ease. Okay, the ease with which everything, even the problems, even the situations, like we have major situations. You know, I said to you guys earlier, the most important thing in my life is family and relationships. Well, I have a lot of relationships, a lot of family, a lot of commitments, 2 major businesses to run. We have a lot on our shoulders that we're constantly juggling. And yet, it's blissful. It's been blissful this year. And we've entered into like our greatest economic downturn that we've experienced. Okay, so I'm telling you this not because I'm sitting on an island and there is no economy where I am. Actually, I am sitting on an island, but the economy is really bad right now. But I'm telling you this because I understand how hard it feels to need to try to create the life that you know is possible, or what you're aware of, when everything around you seems so doom and gloom, so different, so difficult, or you feel like you keep going 2 steps forward and then 1 step back. So wealth whispering is something that I was like, when I started seeing the testimonials come in over the last few days and weeks, I was like, we have to get this out to the world. We have to get this out to the world. We have to get more people being able to access this. So we created this thing, which we're calling a flash sale, but we're basically saying, how can we get you involved and how can we get you into this program this year at this price point, because it will probably never be repeated again, okay? And so for the retreat, we've created multiple payment plan options. When I start losing my words, it's, you know, things are going to get wild in a minute. We've created multiple payment plan options, extended payment plans that go as low as $350 a month, okay? So that you can get along to this program, to this retreat. Now, the thing with the retreat especially is we do have very limited spaces, especially at the live option. And so we do require $1,000 down for your down payment, but then the rest of the retreat, instead of making payments of $500, $700,000 a month, we've made it $350 US a month. That's a long time. We've made it 10 months and 8 months. And I was like, I don't care. I don't care that I'm not going to get the money anytime soon. I care about how can we share this with the people that were like me, because I searched desperately for so many years. I mean, Batu knows this. That's why he's so good. That's why he's the best person. He always does these calls, because he's literally seen the evolution to us being able to be like, we're doing a retreat at a 5-star resort and running multiple classes in the country, literally on the other side of the world from me. And it's fine. We can do it.
And these, yeah, it's I think pretty overwhelming for all of us, including Rashmi, I think, who's been so involved with our creations. I just want to, bring all of your attention to these. We have 6 different ways or 6 different options that kind of can make it easy for you to be a part of this retreat. It's just not the retreat per se. We also have the 3-month long wealth whispering program, which is also part of. So I mean, it's a lot of information for me to kind of throw out on this one call right now. But basically, there are very easy ways for you to get to the retreat by making a down payment of over $1,000 right now. And I mean, this is on for the next 72 hours. You can, Rashmi sent in the links. You can look at it and see if this is something that is of interest to you. And if it is, then yes, I mean, meet us in Dubai. And this is starting on the 6th of literally the next month. And how long is it? It's about 20 days away.
It is. And there's a few things. I will go through the options in a little while once we get our words back. But I want to talk a little bit more about the actual program. Okay. It's so the biggest thing, so I know everyone loves money, everyone wants more money, and material resources are amazing, okay? But what's underneath your ability to receive and create material wealth and create the life you would like to have and receive everything you would like to receive? And it comes down to a few key elements that universally most of us have to go on the journey in this lifetime to find and integrate: self-love, self-worth, self-acceptance, self-empowerment, self-validation. How many of you genuinely are at the place where you're like, I'm the greatest authority in my life. I need no one else to live a blissful life in existence. Not because I don't want anyone else, but because there is so much love, so much receiving, so much gratitude, and so much confidence that I receive from here, that I'm just running around like a mad, crazy person, living my life and grateful for every experience. And I might be a little bit ahead of the other participants, but that's basically what the participants are receiving from this program. This is what the testimonials rolling in are saying. The greatest amount of empowerment they've ever received, the ability to tap in. This is actually a secret. We haven't really shared much about this. I have not put this in any of the copy or anywhere else. For those of you who are healers, practitioners, intuitives, or facilitators like myself, there is this unleashing of your gifts, like your psychic ability, your intuitive ability, your healing ability, and your ability to bring your core gifts out to the world, like your purpose of what you're here to do. And when I say purpose, I mean, you know, most of us have the thing that lights us up so much that we want to do, even if it's for free. But most of us, even when we found it, like when I found mine years ago, healing and facilitating, we were still only opening up a trickle of it. There is like a waterfall of that available, and your connection to the divine world, your connection to spirit, your connection to your guides, your connection to the things unseen, and your ability to bring forth your gifts, to share them, the confidence to speak about who you are, what you're here to do in this lifetime, and to live it abundantly is one of the greatest side effects, not even the main thing, but it's one of the greatest side effects of this program. And you are seeing that in real time, not just with me, but I can show you the participants. I can show you who they were when they started and who they are just 2 or 3 weeks into this program, and like watch fucking out for who they're going to be by the end of 12 weeks, right? People's existences are changing, not even just their life, their existence, their core imprint on the world and their core imprint energetically is changing. and it's being literally activated. Now, I didn't make any of the stuff up in this program, meaning, you know how normally we can think of words and write them down? I couldn't do that for any part of this program. Every single thing has been channeled. So it's called, the sessions are called activations, not sessions. They're not facilitation. They're not even healing. They're not even clearing. They are activations. Each of us have core imprints. Each of us have special gifts, talents, and energies and frequencies that we are designed to respond to, that get unlocked in our being and that we take out into the world. And some of us have very, very specific and special things we are here to do in this lifetime. These activations are unlocking that and encoding you with that, reminding you of that, and activating that within you. One of the things we've written about this program, or that I channeled about this program, was it's going to be the hardest and the easiest thing you ever do. It's the hardest thing you ever have to do, because it's going to show you the depths of you and your potential, and you're going to be scared of it. I was terrified to tell the world I had channeled this program. It was the scariest thing I've done. It was even scarier than bringing body whispering to the world. It's the easiest thing you're going to do because, like I said, you don't even have to heal anything. You don't have to clear anything. You don't have to repeatedly go over things over and over again to clear a loop or a cycle or whatever. You just have to receive the activation, and you then embody it in the world. It's wild. It is wild. It is absolutely I do a lot of work with clients, and one of my favorite concepts to work on is when something is unreconcilable. You cannot reconcile it. It makes no sense. Your cognitive mind cannot grasp what the fuck is happening. That is the best way to describe this program and this energy. And yet, this is a huge, huge, huge part of the future of life whispering, body whispering, business whispering, and wealth whispering. And it's actually never, I can tell you this, it's never going to be repeated in this way at this price point again. Not because I don't want millions of people doing it, but because there is a direct correlation between the people that are willing to feel the energy and jump in versus the people that choose to make price a reason why they can't, because that means they're still not ready. Okay? So choose if this is the time for you, because I have huge, huge, huge plans about what I'm going to be doing and offering and bringing to you guys between now and the end of the year when this program finishes. Like, I literally feel like I'm running out of time every single day right now because I have so much I want to give you between now and the end of the year.
Love it. I love how you said that this is something that'll be the easiest and the hardest thing. And as Imelda says, total goosebumps. Yay, exciting. Can we, like, now, I know that we also have, so we are talking about the retreat, which is this 2.5 day long event. And also we've had people who've been a part of, what is that?
I have to show you some things.
Sure.
Okay. So, like I said, wealth whispering has come through me. It's hugely supported by many actually healers around the world, the very best at what they do. And that means that there have been healers, channelers, psychics, intuitives that have all been contributing to this program to help start to create it as to what it is. And a huge part of this program is the embodiment part of it. You know how I keep talking about it's wealth embodiment, it's consciousness embodiment. This isn't a program where I want to help you create like conceptual wealth and money. I actually don't give a shit about how wealthy you feel energetically because you're still struggling financially here. And I know your life can still feel really hard. So part of this is wealth embodiment. Just like in my life, you see the changes in wealth embodiment. I have the very physical trappings of all of the material wealth. And the most important reason that that is important and something I talk about is not just to flex on you, I promise. It's because your life changes when you get to have freedom of choice and you get to be comfortable. Like when you're comfortable, when you feel safe, like you don't have to do things that you feel stretched to do because you cannot have the kind of home you want, or travel in a car that's safe and not always breaking down, or feel like you have enough left over in your bank account to take over emergency expenses, things like that. So the physical embodiment is being anchored into your body, and we've got some practical things that we are bringing to the retreat to give to the participants. And I'm also I've got a few things as a couple of bonus gifts for the people that sign up from the flash sale. One of these is these body oils or ritual oils, okay? And I don't know if you can see this, but there's this one, and then there is a super important one. And they have been made up to create body whispering and wealth whispering energy being combined and initiated and activated into your physical realm. Okay. And then we've got some white oils to kind of anchor it even further. And what I've been doing, and I haven't told the wealth whispering participants about this yet. This is the first time I'm sharing this. So I use these oils when I'm working on them, when I'm working for them, when I'm channeling for them, and before I do their activations each week. And I kind of wanted it to be a surprise, but there's so many surprises I have up my sleeve. I feel like I can probably share this one. I'm bringing this stuff to the retreat, and I'm finding a way to get it into the hands of the participants for this round of the program, because I think it's a great physical anchor. Okay, that's one of the things that I wanted to bring to your attention. There's also a whole lot of other things that I might share with you guys in person. I don't think I can share it all now. But I am, if we've got a few minutes after Datu is done, I will give you guys a little taster of what happens when we use this stuff in an activation.
So it's official, Datu is done. I think we should start with the activation because no words right now.
Okay.
I think you should just go for it.
So you guys have been amazing. I want to know one thing. Actually, I want to know two things. If you guys are okay, I want to go for another 5 to 7, 8 minutes, because I want to do two things. If you have questions, can you please put them into the chat so I can speak to them? And secondly, I'd like to give an opportunity to the other wealth whisperers, the people who are already in this program, to speak a little bit about their experience and what this program has been creating for them, because this is not about me. The last thing this program is about me. The last thing this program is about is changing things just for my life. It's about you guys. And I'd love to hear from you guys, because one of the things I say is if I can do it, you can do it too. But I want you guys to see just how true that is. Is there anyone that has a question or any of the wealth whisperers that would like to share? Questions you can put into the chat.
Then you really got us all too stumped. The energy is so loud, Adila, that I don't.
You guys can't talk. Now you know how I feel most of the time with this
Yeah.
program. Okay, that's hilarious. Okay. Okay, so something that I want you guys to really start to bring together is the power aspect, like your personal power. Yeah. And put that together with money. Now I want you to imagine your power when you also have not just a little bit of money, not just a lot of money, not just hundreds or thousands of dollars. I want you to imagine who you are with millions and millions of dollars at your disposal. Okay, can you do that for me, please? Just take a moment to take. Okay. I want you to tap into another thing now. No matter how much you have the effects of your family, the effects of your parents, the effects of your society, the effects of your ancestors, the effects of your siblings, the effects of your boss, the effects of the economy in your awareness, I want you to tap into what it's like for you to transcend beyond all of that. So they can be right there with you in the room right now. And I just want you to access both your power in this moment and also your ability to transcend and hold your reality with wealth consciousness in that environment. And then the last thing I want you to tap into, like I said before, millions of dollars, but whatever your, we all have this upper limit, even in our fantasy. So if before it used to be like, I'd love to have $1 million, I'd love to have $10 million, I'd love to have a bit. For those of you, I don't know if any of you have played with $1 billion. Okay, you know what's really interesting? Has anyone been watching all of the news with the Queen passing away? And like, so Kate and William inherited $1 billion in a day, overnight. $1 billion. Okay, so I want you to go at least 10 times, but if possible, 100 times beyond the greatest amount of wealth you've ever thought of playing with. So if you've thought, oh, it'd be nice to have $1 million, it'd be nice to have $500,000, it'd be nice to have 6 figures, it'd be nice to have 7 figures, it'd be nice to be mortgage free, whatever it is, can you go beyond that? 10 times beyond that, and now 100 times beyond that. And now I'm going to ask you to just receive this activation that you are all receiving, to start to open this up in your world and in your life and in your body. There's one final aspect to this program. It's quantum leaping. Okay. So that means being able to collapse timelines, to have that much, much, much sooner, if not instantly. It requires some anchoring into your physical body and life. Okay. But the activations create that potential to be received and acted upon. And you start to see the changes almost immediately. But then you have the availability to actually collapse timelines and receive your greatest desire, not in years from now, not even in months from now, but potentially in days and weeks from now. So my ask of you is to take your ask and ask to receive it now, to receive it today, to receive it this month, to receive it this year. And what I mean by that is, if you before used to think, I'd love to make X amount of money in a year, ask to have it now in this month. If you used to think, I'd love to make this amount of money in a month, ask to receive it now in this week. Collapse the time. I want to just remind you guys, I want to go over the availability of you to join. Today's Friday. We do our live activations each week on a Monday. So if you join the program during the 72-hour sale, you will be live for our activation on Monday. And I'm also doing something crazy that I don't want to tell you guys what the bonus is. So if you join, you're going to get something that is worth hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, because I want to catch you up on the few weeks that you've missed. And the other thing you need to know, when you do this activation, even if you do it as a replay, it still works. It's still just as effective. We have the proof for that. We have the participants who can tell you that that is true. So the most important things for you to know is that if you want to join the Wealth Whispering Full Program, you can join for $1,000 down and $350 a month over 10 months to make it accessible for you. If you want to join the retreat only, you can join again for $1,000 down and pay off the rest at $350 a week, or you can pay in full and receive a bonus that is too good to believe. Okay. And lastly, if you want to attend the retreat online, we've made that available to you at less than half price and so you don't have to pay for your accommodation, your meals. We understand you're not going to be there. So we've made it available to you at an amazing pay in full price or at a payment plan option.
And this is going to be on for the next 72 hours. So yeah. Do we have any questions? Is there anything any of you would like to ask? Dubai is a very easy place to get into logistically in terms of visas. It's if you're from India, it's an e-visa, and if you're from different parts of the world, like Dubai is a place that you can, it's central. If you're from Europe, you can get there too. And of course, you can reach out to us if we can make it easy for you to get to be at the Ritz-Carlton Ras Al Khaimah. We start on the 6th. What are the charges for the stay for those who are wealth whispering? So those of you who are part of the 3-month-long program already, you can get to attend this at a payment of $1,000, which is just the hard cost, which is what you pay for the accommodation, literally. You don't have to pay for the retreat as such. And
the retreat is included in your program. Yeah. So if you do the full program, so if you guys are jumping on this sale, you're getting the retreat at this insane price. Okay. So if you look at the payment, all of the payment plan options, they're designed to be able to get you to the retreat. And if you can't attend the retreat in person, you attend it online, but it's all built into your pricing so that it's very, very easy for you to get there. The other thing that's really important for you guys to remember is if this spoke to you energetically, this is why we're kind of like, we have a lot of details. Reach out to us. And we have our Arabic VA as our Arabic assistant, as well as our Arabic translators. We have Hiba, we have Amal, who's currently translating. Thank you so much. And we have Marion, who we've just taken on for the Life Whispering Institute, who is our full-time admin person looking after our Arabic participants and practitioners. She's going to be able to give you the relevant links. If you are in the program already, if you are thinking about joining the program, if you're thinking about joining the retreat only, even though this sale makes the program an amazing deal compared to doing the retreat only, but look at the options and you guys do the math. That's never been my strong suit. Okay, you do the math, you decide what it's worth you doing or not. But what I was saying is, this is not about the cognitive. If you're sitting there doing the math and wondering if you should do it or not because it sounds fun, I want you guys who have felt this at the core of your being, who have been called to be here or to listen to this replay, or who've seen this wealth whispering thing pop up and it keeps grabbing your attention, even if it's momentarily. And if it's come up more than a couple of times in your awareness, this is who I would like to pay attention and look at the possible links, because it might be much closer, collapse time, it might be much more accessible to you than you think. Okay. Rashmi is there online to help you. I'm going to be there with Clarissa to help you guys back end. We'll send you, tell us what option you want. We'll send you the relevant link. Arabic participants, if you need help, please ask Amal or Marion. Please ask Amal and she'll get Marion to help you. And
I'd also like to just add one quick thing about how this program does not have any prerequisites. And in one class with Adila, I remember I was in Mumbai a couple of years ago. She said that with all of the Life is Free Institute, like the programs that she offers, she said that the universe, kind of is an amazing filtration system that kind of aids or contributes to those who have to be a part of this class, and which has been amazing. I've worked with Adila for a couple of years now, and I've seen how people like literally come on the class like, I don't know why I'm here. Like, it's just ridiculous how I just show up. So it can be way easier for you if you don't use your mental faculties or your logic or your cerebral part of your mind basically to decide. And as she said, that collapsing time is something you can literally try with this and see if that is something you're able to kind of use in order to get there. And we've made it really easy for you to get there. And there are these six options for you to be there. You can reach out to any of us for any other logistical support. And yeah, Rashmi or anybody else, is there anyone who'd like to quickly share something? Adila, anything else you're missing out?
And if you're in the UAE already,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt. If you're in the UAE, we have a unicorn there. Her name's Kashesh. Okay. We were like, oh my God, how do we begin to create a retreat? How do we begin to create classes so far away from me? And she just made it happen. And so if you're in the UAE and you want some logistical help or you need some information, she's one of our hosts. So please reach out to her. But the whole team are just riding on this wealth whispering energy. So just talk to them for fun because you'll get some of it.
And before I forget, that's not the only class we're having in Dubai. Those of you who've been a part of the other classes that Adila does, we have a signature body whispering class as well as the certified practitioners program. So more information, I mean, this call I know is more focused on the wealth whispering, but kind of, please also have this in your awareness that those of you who are body whisperers, we have Adila doing a body whispering live, literally, I think after, how long has it been? 2-3 years? It's been 2 years. And then we have
I think it's going to be 3 years. My last class was in Mumbai 2019.
Yeah.
And I was about to board a flight in April of 2020 and do like a whole tour of, I remember Singapore, India, and then Europe.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit. Yay. So anyway, this is our first class in 3 years.
So,
and you must, I can't make certain announcements right now, but if you could tap into your awareness and into the future, if you want to get to a live class with me in the next few years, please take this opportunity and the ones coming up in the next durations, because a lot is happening and a lot is changing, and I've got quite a few announcements, like I said, to make between now and the end of the year. But I would love to see you guys and have the opportunity to work with you on your body in person, which is what I will be doing in Dubai on the 10th and 11th of October. And then certified practitioners, 3.5 days, again at an amazing, like our venues are all stunning in Dubai at the Sofitel Retreat. It's a wellness hotel at the Palm. We're doing 3.5 days there to make you guys certified practitioners. So you can join me in January. We're about to release the dates and the registration for facilitators class in India. Okay. You have to do certified practitioners to get to facilitators. You have to do 2 body whispering classes, 1 with me to get to certified practitioners. So please follow the yellow brick road and get to those classes so you can get to facilitators live. And Shalu has her hand up.
Actually, this is for when you said that if anyone would like to share anything. So is this the right time, Adila? Thank you. I actually want to, and I know I keep sharing in every class because I've just had so much magic happen. Like, it's unbelievable. As I was sharing in the last class that we had, last session that we had, it's not as if I felt anything at all, but I could just, like, I couldn't see anything, but I just felt so much had shifted, and truly so much has shifted. I was able to handle a situation which would have otherwise been very disempowering for me, and I would have gone into a spin. I handled that with so much elan. I spent maybe about 2 hours tossing and turning, but instead of the 5 days that I would have spent in grief and fear, 2 hours it was done. But I think I actually wanted to share from a different perspective, because I'm someone who's had a lot of experience with energy by sheer dint of having done it for so many years, no other reason. My brother, on the other hand, and I am speaking on his behalf without his permission, but I do want to share. I don't know what happened when he joined the Wealth Whispering program, and I'm so lucky and so grateful that he joined the Beta program. He has been experiencing shifts without being able to articulate them. And I can feel it in his energy that he's feeling those shifts. And I wanted to share that with anyone who's not had, who's on the call today and who's not had any exposure at all to energy, to any of the people who have not experienced energy, who have not felt the energy inside their body or been able to feel it tangibly. I just want you to know that if someone like my brother can do it, I know Adila is saying if I can do it, so can you. And sometimes it may seem like, you've achieved so much, what are you speaking? But my brother, if he can feel this shift, I'm 100% sure anybody on the planet can. And with so much love to my brother and so much credence to his own ability to create, I really, really feel that anybody can truly, truly avail of these energies, because they're so beautiful, they're so powerful, and they're so life-shifting. So I just wanted to share that, Adila, with anyone who's never had any experience with energy before. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shalu. And I completely agree. And I also want to give you guys the other side of that as well. If you've done a lot of work, if you've done a lot of modalities, like Shalu said, like a lot of you have, like I have, if you asked me at the end of last year, I did not need any other modality, any other program, any other class on top of the hundreds of things I've already done and where I've been able to go in my life with body whispering and business whispering, right? This, like I said, just takes you and your work and your power and your knowing and your confidence to a totally different level. As a healer, practitioner, person who does either many modalities, coaching, or even has your own modality like I do, there is something just beyond with this wealth whispering that just activates you to more and more and more potency and power. And I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention, because this is not an energy that has a limitation. Okay, this is for people that have no introduction to this work, but also many, many years of introduction to this work. And please speak to any of the other wealth whispering participants. They will tell you that, because many of them are not only body whisperers, but they're highly trained practitioners who've been working for many years. And I would very happily, refer to them as my colleagues, and they have gone to the next level in their work and in their embodiment. So I just wanted to add that as a closing. And like I said, we've got these links. They're live for the next 72 hours. On Monday, we start the next thing, which is the Body Whispering 5-day challenge. We'll send that out to you guys over the next few days. But please reach out if this has spoken to you, whether you're live or whether you're watching the replay, because I have never felt so called to sharing something with the world as I have with this. I have stepped out of my comfort zone and spoken far more openly and far more candidly about this program than I have ever done with anything else, because it's here for a reason, and I want it to get into your hands and into your body and into your life. Okay, so thank you so much. Like I said, your time is so valuable to me. Your input is so valuable to me, and I never take it for granted. And I hope to see you guys in person. I hope to see you guys online. I hope to see you guys many, many times again in the future. I just love you all. I have so much love for you all and so much gratitude for you all. I cannot express it. So thank you so, so much.
Thank you all. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.
You.